Hello to all my college football friends out there. Welcome to another segment of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. My friends, let's get right into this video. Hands down, the two best teams in the Big Ten, undoubtedly, in the last 3 years, has to be the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. And you know, it's only fitting that a fierce rivalry of these two teams magnified every year would only be fitting that they're the two best teams in the last 3 years in the Big Ten. Let's run over some numbers now. Let's start first with Michigan. Last 3 seasons, 40 wins and only 3 losses. Wow. And their record in the Big Ten in the last 3 years, 27-1. Their only lone defeat in the Big Ten, you got to go back to 2021, losing to their arch rival Michigan State, 37-33. But nonetheless, my friends, 27-1 for Michigan in the Big Ten in the last 3 years. Now moving on, the Ohio State Buckeyes. You know, let's be honest, you have to say Coach Ryan Day's been very consistent. His last 3 seasons, Coach Ryan Day has led their team to 11-2 mark in the last 3 years. That's good for 33-6 in the last 3 seasons, and their record in the Big Ten in the last 3 years, 24-3. Very good record. If you're a Buckeye fan, though, the 3 losses were to the team up north. So when you look at that, that's a little bit of a negative. But overall, my friends, without a doubt, the Buckeyes and the Wolverines have been the 2 consistent best teams in the Big Ten in the last 3 seasons. But my friends, do you not see these 2 teams going in an opposite direction in the up-and-coming 2024 college football season? And this is what I'm getting at. Now, anytime you lose your coach, okay, it's going to be an adjustment period. Now, like them, dislike them, doesn't matter. Coach Harbaugh did a really nice job as the head coach for the Michigan Wolverines. Obviously, winning them a national championship last season in that tremendous 15-0 season. And let's be honest, you know, we're talking about a Coach Harbaugh that the players loved him. They respected him. They would do anything for him. Now, we all know that Coach Harbaugh decided to take his coaching talent to the next level, where he moved on to coach the Chargers. In now is Coach Sherrone Moore. Now, I thought Moore did a splendid job filling in when Coach Harbaugh had to serve those suspensions in 2023. He really did. Moore come in, did a tremendous job, and I'm just going to say this, the players respect Coach Moore. But my friends, this is what I'm getting at. When you know that you have to replace your very talented quarterback in J.J. McCarthy, taking his next level talent to the NFL, and then the all-time touchdown record holder in one season for the Michigan Wolverines, Blake Corum, also declaring for the NFL. Very talented wide receiver, Roman Wilson, NFL. What more can you say about defensive leader last season, Michael Barrett, declaring for the NFL? Numerous players on that Michigan's defense that last season was ranked number 1 in the country, only yielding 10 points per game, and that notable offensive line that when you think of Michigan football, you have to think of that big physical O-line. They are losing a couple players to the NFL. So, my friends, this is without a doubt an adjustment period for the Michigan Wolverines. And let's be honest, Michigan's schedule for 2024 is not an easy one. I'm just going to say this. I see Michigan losing right around 3, maybe 4 games. Okay? Michigan has to play Texas. I believe Texas will beat them. Michigan has to play the Oregon Ducks. I believe the Ducks will beat Michigan. And the Wolverines will have to travel in 2024 to the Shoe to get it on with my Buckeyes. I like the Buckeyes to beat Michigan. So, my friends, there's 3 losses right there. You know, in all due respect, when you lose your starting quarterback, your starting running back, some of your standout defensive players, your standout slot receiver, Roman Wilson, yeah, it's an adjustment season, without a doubt. Now, moving on to the Ohio State Buckeyes. What more can you say about this team? You know, they picked up some really talented kids through the transfer portal. Will Howard being one of them. I'm sold on this young man. Big kid, 6'5", 240. And I got to tell you, if you're a defensive player, do not be fooled by his size. This young man can run the football. He can beat you throwing. He can beat you running. Cannon of an arm. Very accurate quarterback. Put up some pretty good stats last year for Kansas State Wildcats. And then let's not forget Junkins, the transfer from Ole Miss. Young man last season rushed for 1,567 yards and 16 touchdowns. This young man is the real deal. And the Buckeyes have returning Trevion Henderson, who put up some really good numbers last season for the Buckeyes. You know, when you look at the Buckeyes' defense, second in the country, only yielding 11.2 points per game, and a lot of those players are coming back. JT Tuimoloau, what more can you say about him? Very talented defensive end. Jack Sawyer on the other side led the team with 6.5 sacks last season. You know, Cody Simon, he'll be filling in at linebacker. Did not start last year, but did a tremendous job coming off the bench, to give Steel Chambers and Tommy Eichenberg a breather from time to time. You know, when you look at this team, you're talking about splendid cornerback, Denzel Burke, Jordan Hancock, safety, Latham Ransom. Let's not forget transfer from Alabama, Caleb Downs. You know, my friends, when you stop and look at this team on defense is the real deal. And my hat's off to Jim Knowles. He promised us in 2023 that this would be a much improved defense from 2022, and he was right. He was right. He knew the players coming back would step up and do a nice job on defense and get the Buckeyes where they needed to be, and he did just that. Let's not forget defensive tackles. Ty Hamilton coming back. Let's not forget Tyleik Williams. He will be coming back. So, my friends, if you're a Buckeye fan like me, the sky is the limit, okay? You're talking about the Buckeyes, hitting the lottery with many transfer portal players coming over, very talented ones, skilled set position ones. And when you look at the recruiting class that Coach Ryan Day did in 2024, a tremendous recruiting class. You're looking at Jeremiah Smith, number one receiver in the country, 5-star receiver, quick, agile. He runs very precise routes, I heard. He has splendid, accurate hands. Like I said, for me, the Buckeyes in Michigan are going down 2 paths, okay? You're having, and this ain't no shot at Michigan. They just come off of a national championship. My hat's off to them. It was a splendid 2023 football season for the Michigan Wolverines. But once again, when you lose these talented skill set position players that the Wolverines have lost, it's going to be a rebuilding season. Whereas when you look at the Buckeyes, many of your skill set position players are coming back. So for me, my friends, we are talking about, in the last 3 years, the two best teams in the Big Ten, undoubtedly, yes, the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines, without a doubt. But I do see them going down two different paths for the up-and-coming 2024 college football season. Just saying. You know, we have a Coach Ryan Day team that, you know, Ryan Day has done a nice job since he's been the head coach for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Without a doubt, now we have Sharon Moore that has to get his feet wet. This is what I'm talking about. An adjusting period for the Michigan Wolverines. And it happens. Okay? It truly does. It happens. But, you know, without a doubt, yes, I look at my Buckeyes in the top of their division in the up-and-coming 2024 college football campaign, without a doubt. You know, we're talking about a quarterback position for the Buckeyes. What more can you say? Let's not forget about Julian Sayin. I believe this young man will get some ample amount of time to give Will Howard, you know, a breather from time to time. But my Lord, my friends, when you look at this talented offense for the Buckeyes, Emeka Egbuka, he's coming back. Ballard, the splendid special teams player, he has played some returning punts, did a fabulous job last season where he had to come in and return punts, and he did a good job. Sure-handed Ballard from Massillon, Ohio. So, you know, my friends, again, if you're the Buckeyes, the sky's the limit. And those players I just mentioned on defense all coming back, wow. It's going to be a very exciting college football season in 2024 and a very exciting Buckeyes season, to say the least. My friends, if you are new to my channel, please, by all means, click on that subscribe button. It's always free to do so. If you like this video, which I hope you all do, please click on that like button. Do not forget, hit the bell. You hit the bell, you get notified. And like always, please comment down below. Buckeye Vinny here loves to read your comments, not only about this video, but overall, what do you think about Michigan and Ohio State actually going down two paths? And again, not picking on the Wolverines, okay? But it will be a rebuilding and an adjustment season for the Michigan Wolverines. You heard it right here. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless to all. Keep the faith. God loves you, and so does Buckeye Vinny. I'm out of here.